And I really want Nicki Minaj to get to a space where she understands that she is up here. And no response to me is better than a response.
Talk to him. Scary with Meloney P. That's scary with Meloney P. Come on, here we go.
Welcome to another episode of the That's Scary with Meloney P podcast. Before I go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are coming for 2024 the same way that Meg Thee Stallion came for Nicki Minaj party and Drake in her lyrics. Listen, this is New Music Weekend. This is a new music episode, and I am here today to talk about the new Meg Thee Stallion record that dropped, I think Friday or Saturday night. Listen, I have to start off by saying that I truly think that Meg Thee Stallion watches the podcast, because if you go back a couple of videos ago, I said on my, Is Your Pussy Depressed podcast episode, reviewing Megan's previous song, Cobra, I said, we don't want to hear about the depressed pussy. It's been years since her and Tory Lanez have been going back and forth, and we want to hear about, her triumph, her coming out of her snake skin as a new person. And what did she do? She listened to me, and tens across the board. Okay, 10 across the board. So let me start off with this, the fashion. Now, Megan is independent, meaning she's not signed to a music label. As you remember, her and Evelyn Lozada's baby daddy was going back and forth with their contract issues, and she got free. She broke free. So now she's independent. And listen, sometimes when artists go the independent route, I think Meek Mill's, Ace Hood, and somebody else have gone independent. Sometimes you can, not with the people that I named, but sometimes when people go independent, you can see that their visuals, or you can kind of tell by, just different things, that their budget isn't as big as if they were signed to a label. But Megan, our good sis, listen, visuals and fashions were top 10s across the board. There were so many outfit changes, and it wasn't just basic outfits. She really gave like an artistic, creative look with her different looks. I think in the beginning of her video, she's like in an eyeball. Is that an eyeball that she's in, or like an egg? And she wasn't afraid to play with like different hairstyles. One of my favorites, one of my not favorites, but favorites at the same time because of the creativity, was when half of her face was like long hair, and then the other half was like short finger waves, and she was kind of talking to herself, or rapping to herself. And then the other was at the very end when she did the runway, and she had like just diamonds and jewels kind of covering her front area, her body. You can tell, listen, Ozempic or not, surgery or not, it's working. She looks amazing, and she is representing for the 5'9" and up girls with thick bodies. 10s across the board. Like I can't say that enough. 10s across the board. Like I said, I love that last, first of all, I watched the video at least 4 times, or more. I don't even want to admit to how many times I listened to it. But the last scene when she was on the catwalk, and at the end when she said, write him a letter or something, that is the energy that I was saying that she needed to give on that Cobra record, and she did not disappoint. As far as the lyrics and the bars, 10s across the board. They have finally woken up Tina Snow, and we are here for it. Originally I was like, dang, Megan, like come out with something, like have a rebuttal, you know what I'm saying? But not a rebuttal about depression and depressed pussy, but on your like, strong woman, tease or whatever. And she did it. Her bars, top tier. Now, I think that, you have your Cardi B fans, you have your Nicki Minaj fans, you have your Sweetie fans, is that a thing? You have your different rap ladies of the rap, kind of groove that you know. So with Nicki Minaj, or excuse me, Nicki Minaj, with Megan the Stallion, her rap style is very easily identifiable. I'll say that. It kind of can be kind of aggressive, like, and I hate to even use that word when talking about a black woman, but like, matter of fact, I don't want to use that word. Her rap style is very, just like hardcore. I'll say it's just hardcore. You can tell that she is an actual lyricist. And here's the thing. I love Nicki Minaj. I love Cardi B. I love all of them. But I feel like when you hear Cardi B, you probably get the sense that maybe she didn't write this. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of reading or rapping from somebody else's, lyrics that they've written, which they all do. But you can tell from when Megan Thee Stallion first came out that she is an actual lyricist, freestyle person. Like, she is a lyricist. And so I feel like I can put Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion against each other. I think that they are rap wise, I feel like nobody can top Nicki Minaj. I really do. But lyricist wise, I feel like a lot of the new female rappers, you can tell that they're not really lyricists. Now, one of my all-time favorites is Lotto. I love Lotto, but this ain't about her. This is about Megan Thee Stallion. So Bars was top 10. I loved her lyrics. She came for the girls. And for the girls, I mean the girls and the sassy men. She came for them. She came for Party. She came for Drake. She came for Nicki. She came for Tory. So let's start with Nicki because so much to say here. Okay. Nicki Minaj we're in the same age bracket. And I put Nicki Minaj on just a high, level. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I put Nicki Minaj up there with Beyonce, right? So, for parallel, Ariana Grande. I think she's a banging vocalist. Beyonce's a banging vocalist. Are they on the same level? No, they're not. You know what I'm saying? Both amazing talents, just amazing talents with vocalists, amazing, but you just have levels. There's levels to everything. And I feel like in this beef that Nicki Minaj and Meg is having, and honestly, currently today, this weekend, Nicki Minaj is kind of having this beef by herself, which is really giving Meg Thee Stallion all the free promo. Like, she don't need no commercials. She don't need to do no interviews. All she need to do is drop that one beat. And then now Nicki Minaj is like giving her the free promotions. She's all on Twitter with her tweets and all types of stuff. And I don't like to see that, because here's the thing. One out of the many things that I really admire about Beyonce is that you will never catch her responding to anything. She will respond to it subliminally. Did I say that right? Subliminally, with her music, possibly. Maybe her sister might respond for her, but she will never come down from that level down to here. She will never do it. And I really want Nicki Minaj to get to a space where she understands that she is up here. And no response to me is better than a response and stronger and says more in a lot of situations. Now, this is rap. So you have rap beefs. Nothing's wrong with that. And I feel like obviously rap is very different from R&B and from Beyonce. So the way that I would have preferred Nicki Minaj to respond would be not tweets, not lives, not these digs on these lives, but just with the music. You know what I'm saying? I think Nicki Minaj has a horrible track record and a horrible reputation for being a mean girl. And let's not get it twisted. They're all mean girls, but I just feel like Nicki Minaj, you are up here. You are not down here. And down here is not bad. You know what I'm saying? And by down here, I just mean like levels, Nicki Minaj is a veteran. So they have been going back and forth on Twitter. And let me stop. Let me correct myself. They're not going back and forth. They're it's literally Nicki Minaj by herself. So I'm going to read you one of the tweets one of the many tweets that Nicki Minaj put out here. Y'all want to bring up family members and lying on your mother. Lied to Gail, lied on Bleep. Your best friend's man told me to drink and go to the clinic if I was pregnant. All because I wouldn't let your funky butt pour liquor down my throat. I think she's a bully. She thinks she's a bully because she gets a Rock Nation brunch every year. I guess invitation. Be mad at party. He told all your tea, but you taking shots at my family? Question mark. Blah ha 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 ha. And she literally put BWAHAHAH. Get up on your good foot. Pink Friday too. Blah 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 blah. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. And like I just said, no response to me is stronger than a response. And to me, respond with the music. You literally, this song dropped, let's say at 5 o'clock. And by 5:45, Nicki Minaj was giving the free promo on Twitter, on Instagram Live. And it was giving, kind of like a manic episode. Like it was giving, just all over the place and just, someone who doesn't seem stable. And I feel like it's going along with the narrative that people are trying to create easily, that Nicki Minaj is a mean girl. She's kind of, crazy and goes off on these tangents. And I feel like she's just feeding the people who are against her free, here she goes again. Here she goes again. Now, I want to also say that, Megan Stallion is not innocent because obviously she has come for Nicki, but I truly feel like Nicki kind of started it. Now, don't fact check me there, but that's just my opinion. So I'm gonna give you some of Megan's lyrics. She said, "I'm sexy as fuck and I'm freaky. Get whoever I want. Enemy? Something. Why the fuck would I stay with a N that's weak in the sheets and don't know how to please me? Bodies on bodies on bodies. Say he effed Megan and now he the topic. These N's thinking they lowered the value. All this free promo, I'm turning a profit. Hate when a N be kissing and telling. Say he a player, but he is in his feelings. Shit should have gave it to his friend." Now, again, I think I jacked that up, but the lyrics was given and she never said anybody's name, but you could clearly, hear who she was talking about. Now, one of the most repeated lines and repeated attacks is when Megan talks about Megan's Law. She basically says, in one of her lyrics, something to the effect of, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at Megan. Be mad at Megan's Law. Now, as you know, that's likely a dig for Nicki Minaj because her husband and her brother are both registered offenders. Okay. So again, I'm thinking that is what Nicki is meaning when she says, don't come for her family. But here's the thing, like you have a family of offenders. And that's something that I likely wouldn't want to emphasize. So if I know that my uncle is beating up women, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to want to feed into people talking about him beating up women. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, again, no response is better than a response. They are offenders. They are offenders. And I have to repeat, they are offenders. And Megan's Law is actually talking about your husband and your brother. So I just feel like, no response. No response. You decide to marry this man and, listen, we do dumb things when we think we in love. And I'm not saying that it was dumb, but what I'm saying is, you have to understand what comes with being married to and related to these offenders. And I just wouldn't have responded to it because, again, you're giving it more life by all this attention than you have to. So yeah, I'm not here for Nicki Minaj's response. And again, I don't even want to say the word response. I want to say promotion. Like at this point, Nicki Minaj needs to be on Megan's salary. You know what I'm saying? Because she's giving free promotion for her song. Like her song is fire. The visuals is fire. The lyrics is fire. We know that it's on like top 5 on Spotify, all of that. But because of Nicki Minaj's interaction and response to it, it has put it even more on blast. And I just think at this age, we have to just make better choices, be more strategic. Like they always say, this is a game of chess, not checkers. I'm never going to give my enemy free promo. I'm never going to give my competition free promo, So she talks about Party and Drake. And again, these men who like to speak on women's vaginas, their notches in their belt, like, to me, it's given sass. One of the things that my niece said on one of the previous episodes is how the world is filled with sassy men, and you ain't never lied. Like, even my good friend Al Reynolds on TGIF keeps talking about how, he's just not here for men who are continually, like, literally being worse than women, and they're talking about women on the internet. Like, come on, So I'm not even tripping about her speaking about Party or Drake. Here's the thing, Drake, why was you even speaking on Megan Thee Stallion? This is a woman, number one, and number two, it has nothing to do with you. So you literally put yourself, as Nene Leakes says, in women's business, okay? So yeah, I think that she said something along the lines of, people alluding to the fact that she had surgery, and the same people talking about her having surgery have the same scars. It was rumored that Drake has had surgery, I guess a BBL for men. And then I think when she was speaking about, men being posted up in the hood like a bad bitch, I feel like that was giving Drake, Drake this as well. And again, Party, I just hate to see it. I always love Party and Meg on social media when they were together. I truly thought they were a great looking couple. I love the way he just handled her and threw her around like a rag doll. But it is what it is. They're no longer together. And I feel like, honestly, Meg gave Party life as well, because I truly did not really, I knew who Party was, but I knew who Party was because of his attachment to Megan. And she's very right. Again, I have to give you life. Like, you're eating off of me. You're trying to come into my section. Like, I mean, and everybody is older than Megan. Like, all these people who are coming at Megan are like older than her. You know what I'm saying? Which I guess doesn't matter, but it is what it is. So Megan said, all these little rap ends so fraud. Xanax be they hardest bars. These ends hate on BBLs and be walking around with the same scars. Real curvy, no edging. End fight to get in my section. Don't speak on my body count if that ain't worth coming back for seconds. Wow. So at the end of the day, I stand for the lyrics. I stand for the visuals. I stand for all of it. I think she did an amazing job. And I like the fact that she hasn't responded to the free promo that Nicki Minaj has given her. Now, again, you will see on previous episodes of my podcast that I am a Nicki Minaj fan, but I'm all of their fans. And I just don't like to see the greats stoop down, you know what I'm saying? Stoop down to the level and be coming Twitter beefing. Do it with the music. Do it with the music. It was giving, it's a word it's like a word I want to say, just disheveled. It was given, like I said, manic episode, just all over the place. And I hate that, because I feel like when Nicki responds to Megan, it brings her down here when she's truly up here. All in all, I thoroughly enjoyed the song Hiss. I enjoyed the visuals. I enjoyed the lyrics. Megan is back. I love her lack of response to the haters, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. Listen, we will be back every week with new full podcast episodes. Drop down in the comments what your thoughts are on the new Hiss song, what your thoughts are on Megan and Nicki's little beef, what your thoughts are on Nicki's response, Megan's lack of response. And while you're in the comments, make sure that you are clicking the link to get your Southern Edge liquor. You have your sweet tea, vodka, and then you have your salted caramel whiskey. Make sure you click the link in the description, support this Black owned business, and we will see you in the next episode.